Hello, my name is Danny Peters. Today is February 17, 2019. I'm just going to be doing my video lab on the digestive system and the organs and the functions of the digestive system to the human body. So the digestive system basically is just breaking down our food and absorbing the nutrients that we need within our body. And the digestive system can be broken into two parts, which is the first part is the GI tract, or the gastrointestinal tract, which is basically the flow of the food going into our body and being broken down. And then also the accessory organs, which help the GI tract break down our food and make it through our body. Okay. So for the GI tract, it starts in the mouth. In the mouth, there are two ways that it's broken down when our food is ingested. First is by chewing. That's like a mechanical breakdown. It's ourselves, and we're aware of it more too, of ourselves breaking down food and making it small enough for us to swallow. And then, what is it? So there's chewing, and then there's a process called hydrolysis, which is the release of enzymes breaking down food mechanically. So not mechanically, chemically. So there's the mechanically, that's done by chewing, and the chemically done by the hydrolysis, or the enzymes. And I'm gonna probably switch back between the two groups, but from the other group of the digestive system, we have some accessory organs. And one of the accessory organs that we have is some of the salivary glands that are in our mouth and in the back of our throat. And those glands are part of the chemical breakdown of food in our mouth as they release enzymes. So from the mouth, after our food is chewed up and everything, after the enzymes are released and they break down what they can, the food ends up being turned into what's called the bolus. The bolus is basically just like a sphere of food that helps it go easily down our esophagus into our stomach. So from the bolus, it goes from our mouth and then down into the pharynx and the esophagus. Pharynx is just, the back of the throat, another passageway, and as well as the esophagus. They just act as they act to propel the food down into our stomach. That's why we swallow. And then from that, we go into the stomach, and this is the one of the main parts of our digestive system, as the stomach begins to churn the bolus and turn it into chyme. The food needs to be turned into chyme, which is more of a liquidy form of our food, as it helps travel through the rest of our body. So yeah, our stomach is churning, contracting, and just breaking up all the food. And then the stomach works to store some food, so it can be used for later absorption when we need it. Okay, and then from the stomach, forgot to mention, we have the liver too, which is also another accessory organ that helps excuse me, that's part of another, give me 1 second. So the liver is a accessory organ that helps in breaking down and storing some nutrients that we need. One of the main functions it does is to stabilize our metabolism, but also our liver releases a substance known as bile. Bile is needed to break up lipids. Lipids are very hard to break up. Like, think of having grease on your hands and it won't really come off with water, so we use soap to get rid of it, and the bile acts as a soap. Okay. So after that, we'll go back to the GI tract, from the stomach to the small intestine. Now the small intestine is where most of the absorption happens. There's still breaking down of the food, more breaking down of what's inside the chyme, and then more of the absorption of the food and the absorption of the nutrients we need. Okay. And again, we're going to move back and forth between the two parts. Let's go to the gallbladder, which is another accessory organ. The gallbladder just simply stores and recycles the bile that's released by a liver, and it uses the recycled bile for just extra digestion. Okay, and then also the one last accessory organ is the pancreas. So the pancreas just adds more enzymes into the small intestine to break down food. Okay. All right. So after our chyme and food is being broken down even more and absorbed more in the small intestine, it just continues on into our colon, or which in this case the large intestine. And in there, large intestine doesn't do too much. It's just, you know, another pathway for the food to move out of the body. And from the large intestine, we go to the rectum. The rectum is kind of just the waiting area for the digested food at this point to be released by us. And how that is released is through the anus through the anus, and it's that part is, you know, entirely up to us when we gotta go to the bathroom. And yeah, so that's pretty much the gist of the digestive system. There's definitely more into like the chemical part of it, but yeah, it's just how the food ends up being processed throughout our body. Okay, all right, well, thank you. Hope you enjoyed my video.